Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this coming from the World Bank. Remittances slowed in 2023. But they're expected to grow faster in 2024. You know, everything is accelerating now. Everything seems to be moving at the speed of light when it comes to payments. Why though? Because Ripple already has the rails put in place. Same thing with Stellar. There's only a few rails left in banking the unbanked and leveling the playing field. Once that's done, we will see the rise of the new financial system. This comes from Smoke, how Ripple will connect payment infrastructures globally. Ripple Payments, the rebrand of RippleNet, connects different domestic instant payment systems, IPS, between banks, countries, etc. In addition to this interlinking to facilitate cross-border payments, Ripple Payments is underpinned by the Interledger Protocol to scale transactions and bridge different IPS infrastructure. One more thing to note, IPS members connect to Ripple Payments via REST API, and as the document below REST API is how to access Ripple XRP via ISO 222. This is how it works. Different countries, different payment systems, from IPS to REST API to ISO to Ripple and XRP. Now you see why XRP and ISO is so important. And you see it right here. This is how it all connects. And wait until the value starts coming from ISO. Right now, all those naysayers and all those people saying ISO was nothing, it has nothing to do with crypto, are about to be proven wrong once the value shows up. Prime Minister of Malaysia has sent a formal application letter to Russia, the current BRICS chair, expressing interest in either full membership or strategic partnership. And again, Malaysia has ties to Ripple Payments and Tranglo. The Malaysian real-time payment settlement system called Do It Now is powered by Tranglo, which uses XRP, and Do It Now connects to Kuwait. BRICS plus UAE connected to Kuwait, KFH via XRP. It looks like whenever you want to join BRICS, every single country has Ripple rails already set up inside. Some of these countries are utilizing XRP and that on-demand liquidity as well. I think BRICS is pushing us into the new financial system, and they will be utilizing RippleNet and XRP. Ripple partner Cent Korea launched Cent KRW collection to provide all necessary functions for overseas payments. Foreign COs needing to collect KRW and settle 31 currencies across the 174 countries in the Korean market can now do it with one API. Again, country after country has ties to RippleNet already. And that's why I was saying all along, Ripple is a global company. Every time you see any talk about cross-border payments, it can be tied right back to Ripple, if not directly, through partners of Ripple. And this seems to be growing every single day. Ripple recognized as top 100 corporate philanthropist in the Bay Area by San Francisco Business Times. This is the third consecutive year the fintech giant has made the list. They actually made the top 5. And you see Ripple right there. But I pointed out how Chris Larson, they're trying to improve San Francisco. But a lot of people look at it as they want to put surveillance in place. Because I know some of that money was invested in security cameras that are set up all around the city. But it makes sense that Ripple would donate back to the same city that they got their start in. Wow, I had to say that quick. But, you know, it makes sense. And we've seen Ripple give money to different causes all along the way. Like now, look at all the money that they put in to support pro-crypto candidates as well. I thought this was absolutely incredible. This comes from Black Swan Capitalist. Tokenization is not your friend if it's in the wrong hands. BlackRock and Larry Fink serve the elites, not you. Don't be misled. Take a listen to this right here.
Hungry, and this is BlackRock's game. They are really, really hungry. And Larry Fink is, while you'll say, oh, I'm pro Bitcoin, da 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 da, what he's actually pro is the blockchain and tokenization, so that you can transcend national boundaries. And everyone goes, that's good. I don't like national government. No, you're going up to a worldwide system, which actually is a worldwide government, where anywhere in the world, BlackRock can see who owns that house. And it has, as I say, a letting agreement preloaded, a bundle of documents, an automatic conveyancing system preloaded, and they get to proliferate the tokens so that they can buy everything out and turn everyone into a rentier society. This is extremely very much how they're going, and that ties into the you will own nothing and be happy. Hey, it's not on you. We'll do the garden. We'll look after all these services. You just rent. Nice, simple life. The laziness in people is encouraged. The fact that you can just sit back, don't worry, you don't need to own is cumbersome. You hear the narrative on Airbnbs, has no homes, but is a business. Uber has no cars, but is a taxi company. All of these elements, they're selling this idea, you don't need to own things. You don't need to own things. What they're actually saying is, we want your stuff. We want your stuff.
And that's why we see tokenization being talked about so much by Larry Fink. That was totally 100% on point, because tokenization is going to rise. It's already starting to gain momentum, and they will want to tokenize every single thing around you, including all of your property as well. We see that starting over in EU already. That's going to spread to other countries very fast. And he's also 100% right about Bitcoin. BlackRock is going to emerge as the Trojan horse for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is competition to a CBDC. So once CBDC shows up and goes live, they will end Bitcoin as well. I just said this earlier today. We see the US now selling Bitcoin, but they're selling it off very slowly. Why slowly? Why not just dump it all at once? Because BlackRock is the one buying it. And once they take control of the majority of Bitcoin, that will be the end of Bitcoin. Nobody's going to make money in Bitcoin going forward. Scammers use deepfake Elon Musk video to steal crypto during Bitcoin 2024 event. So this was happening at Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. This and several other phony videos have been streaming all weekend. The stream is basically a looped artificial intelligence generated deepfake of Elon Musk, making it appear that he has been live streaming nonstop for 72 hours. But he was doing it to steal your Bitcoin, because it wasn't actually Elon Musk. Once we start to see crypto really take off, the scams are going to get so much better. You have to keep your crypto safe. I stress this so much on this channel because I still see people interacting with the bots in the comment section. I'm not going to give you some WhatsApp or want to communicate with you directly. Those are bots and they're out to steal your crypto. Keep your crypto safe. Just in, the U.S. national debt just broke $35 trillion for the first time in history. That's $103,947 for every single person in America. And you know, the debt is not going to stop here. It's going to continue because they cannot stop spending. But it brings me to this right here. Here's Janet Yellen talking about spending $3 trillion a year to lower the carbon global economy.
Being so close to the magnificent Amazon is also a reminder that the transition to a lower carbon global economy is also the single greatest opportunity of the 21st century. The transition will require no less than $3 trillion in new capital from many sources each year between now and 2050.
So how much do you think the U.S. is going to be putting into that fund? And, you know, take notice how she talked about global. Larry Fink, global. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon talks about global. Because everybody's on track with the Great Reset. One world this, one world that. They want one world currency as well, one world religion. They want to turn you into a global citizen. That's why you're going to need a digital ID. Everybody's pushing this right now. And at the same time, the middle class is getting wiped out. We're continuing to push deeper in debt. And inflation is not going anywhere. All those numbers that Jerome Powell gives you, they're all bullshit numbers. So why is the M2 money supply increasing? This comes from Echo X. And he makes a great point here because I was saying the same thing not so long ago. So here's the idea. Boosting M2 money supply. The government might be increasing the money supply to ensure there's enough money flowing through the system. This could be a strategic move to make the transition to a new currency smoother. Introducing the U.S. Treasury dollar. The new U.S. Treasury dollar could either replace or work alongside the current Federal Reserve note. By inflating the M2 money supply now, the government ensures there's enough money in circulation for an easy switch. How the conversion might work. During the conversion, the existing money in the M2 supply, like cash and checking deposits, could be exchanged or backed by the new Treasury dollars. This means the monetary system would be adjusted to incorporate the new currency. The U.S. debt clock. If you look at the U.S. debt clock, you'll see that the M2 money supply and the USA Treasury dollar are both increasing simultaneously. This suggests a coordinated effort to prepare for a big monetary transition. Know what you hold. The new financial system is about to rise. And like I said, that Treasury dollar could be the new digital dollar. Because they didn't say if this is going to be in paper form or digital form. But I know it's going to be backed by something, most likely gold. And here's Zuck telling you that you're going to need an AI agent to go to work for you. Take a listen to this.
I think we're going to live in a world where there are going to be hundreds of millions of billions of different AI agents, eventually probably more AI agents than there are people in the world. A lot of what we're focused on is giving every creator and every small business the ability to create AI agents for themselves, making it so that every person on our platforms can create their own AI agents that they want to interact with. And if you think about it, these are just huge spaces, right? So there are hundreds of millions of small businesses in the world. And one of the things I think is really important is basically making it so with a relatively small amount of work, a business can basically, a few taps, stand up an AI agent for themselves that can do customer support, sales, communicate with all their people, all their customers. I kind of think that every business in the future, just like they have an email address and a website and a social media presence today, I think every business is going to have an AI agent that their customers can talk to in the future.
So what he's saying is you will no longer do anything and your AI will go out and create a business for you all over the social media platforms. So now where we interact with each other on social media, soon you'll be interacting with AI bots. And he talks about basic income as well. multiple times. Everybody wants this UBI, Universal Basic Income. And I think that's going to come with that new US Treasury dollar as well. Because all of a sudden, the rise of AI is going to start to really happen. It's happening at a small level right now, but it's going to pick up momentum as well. Digital ID is going to be all the talk. Everybody's going to have to make sure that everyone else knows if they're a human or an AI. That's going to be the next narrative that they push for a digital ID. Well, how do we know if you're a human or not? Well, you have to show your digital ID to prove that you're human. That's going to be the next big thing. Everything is already going in that direction, but everybody wants universal basic income all of a sudden at the same time. Why? Because inflation is still rising. And, you know, until we have the collapse of the real estate market and things go back to normal, where people aren't paying $5,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment, the UBI is going to continue to look very attractive for most people. It's the same reason that people always said, nobody's ever going to go for a CBDC. Yes, they will, once you offer them CBDC for UBI. Because people want things for free, but they don't realize government control comes with it. But, you know, I just wanted to do this video because the money supply is changing. And as we watch the rise of that treasury dollar, I think that's also going to be the rise of the new financial system. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.